Welcome to Millenia, be ye entity of all the coils, be ye man, woman, child, spirit, creature, or even a demon, be ye a native migrator or even an invader in these lands. You are welcome. For I am your host, the Millenia Mailman, here today with the news, the intel to share with you. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy this funny guy Friday. I'm saying it was real close to being a filler Friday. I was going to use one of the pre-saved videos instead of doing a new one for you because I was procrastinating again. But glad to see it. The hot take of the week is about society. How a lot of things being called and labeled society issues are just a bunch of personal problems that people need to figure the hell out on their own. So it makes society look less bad. Like a ton of the things that are being called society issues are just a bunch of personal problems, right? Where if you started working out your personal problems, it wouldn't make society and everyone else look bad. Because when you make personal problems get that label of society issues, when you make your personal issues, personal grudges, personal this, personal that, and you call it society, it makes the whole group look bad. It makes you look bad, and more than it makes you look bad, it makes everyone who associates with your community and your group look that much worse. And that's where stereotypes and these whole quote-unquote racist ideals that get certain demographics looked down upon and crapped on. It's like a lot of that comes from you overinflating your own problems and putting them on other people. Where had you not done that or cared to change that particular opinion, it wouldn't be something everyone has to know or at least remember as a stereotype about you and your group. Don't shoot me, the messenger, because all you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot. Right? So it's a funny thing the way words get used often, and words tend to be the thing that trips people up, turning you from what might be considered like normal and regular to, I don't know, maybe say a devil's advocate, working in the twisting of things. Being friend or foe, just the particular way you use words can rather derail a conversation and so on and so forth. Just a particular thing. So with the week's theme, the hot take of the week being about society, just the funny thing for the day is I just hate the fact that we live in a society. Because that line writes itself. It just writes itself, right? Right? We can hate the fact that we live in a society. All in all, by and large, as much as you want, it's not going to change the fact that society is there and it exists, right? The fact that we hate the society doesn't change the fact that many people, especially those inflating their issues into societal problems, are a bunch of Captain Save-A-Woes, right? Because that is a stereotypical attribute you might be able to connect to a lot of people. A lot of people who overinflate issues past what they actually are tend to be this God complex, self-centered heroism admirer, where you can't even say they have their own sense of heroism, because a ton of people are Captain Save-A-Ho until it's actually time to do something. Right? It's like, oh. It's like, whoa, what are you saving me from? No, I wanted this. This is what I wanted. Right? You can't wear that. That's racist, says the white Karen. Meanwhile, well, I bought this from someone who said I look good in it. Meanwhile, it's a sombrero and poncho and whole stereotypical garbs of maybe say a particular race or something, right? Karen's gonna feel offended, and she's gonna she is just gonna feel that way up until it's like, well, I went into a store, I asked someone what I would look good in, they put this on me and said I fit it well. Why are you offended? Why are you being a Captain Save-A-Ho when no one asked you to and it's not working? And that happens more often than what some people might even recognize and believe, right? And that becomes their new personal experience, their personal issue, to the point where, yes, they still want to Captain Save-A-Wo, but they don't want to be wrong again like that. So they'll voice these concerns without ever acting on them, hoping someone else is still naive enough to follow through where they're failing to. Because everyone wants to be a Captain Save-A-Ho until the person they're quote-unquote saving doesn't agree with what they're doing or how they're going about it or anything. So long as anything doesn't go as they expected, it's just kind of ruined like that. Everyone wants to be a Save-A-Wo, right? And that's a relatively big issue there. It's a issue that's commonly tread across. It's going to constantly continue to be tread across because people just don't know. They don't understand. They're ignorant to certain details about things, but they're just overly passionate about things that A, B, see your way out of it, right? It's like, you wouldn't be hurt, you wouldn't be this, you wouldn't be that, had you just let it run its course and waited. Probably best to wait for someone to actually ask for help. Probably best had you actually let things run its course and play its way through in a lot of other cases, right? Because you forcing your way in and getting involved allows both of those parties involved in that problem to blame you for all the things that now happen. It's like, it wouldn't have been this bad. We agreed to do this deal and get this gentlemanly jousting, right? And a little witty joust. And here you are ruining it. And now we're both still mad, and now we're also equally mad at you, so we're going to beat you up before moving on, right? So it's like, I just hate the fact that we live in a society, and I'm telling you, why has society got to be like this? It's like, what do you mean? Because again, if we're going by the way words work, society just means society by definition is something that it's a community working for and towards a particular purpose, right? So when you hear people say the Black community, the Hispanic community, the Mexican community, the American community, the Palestinian, the Israelite Jewish communities, the slave community, the rich community, the broke community, the gangster community, the this. Anytime you hear the word community, so long as that particular community has something they're working towards specifically, it is a society. All of mankind is a separate kind of society, right? The society of mankind moving toward the benefit and repopulation of the earth. That is now a society when it has a purpose. It's a society when it has a purpose, a group, a collection of participants moving toward a particular designated purpose. Antifa is a society of people working towards not allowing fascist ideals and actions to propagate and continue. The origin of the United States of America was propagated on mutual liberties and freedom and neutrality. We're not going to involve ourselves in other people's war because it's probably best for you guys that we stay out of it, And it's definitely in our self-centered best interest to not do anything unless we hear something about you guys trying to mess us up, because we don't like that. We don't like that. We don't want to force you guys to do anything, but we also equally and probably more so don't want you to force us into doing anything either. So you stay over there, we'll stay over here and visit whenever we're allowed to. And it's okay. All right? That was the American dream. Open opportunity here at home. It's my home. I can do whatever and anything I want now without fearing someone's got a sniper on the rooftop next to me and oh my gosh. Right? I don't got to worry about it. Specifically, America left the Catholic Church and the Pope to pursue the religion of Christianity. That's what all of our founding documents and our moral compass is based in. Neutrality of Christianity and allowing us to follow that belief, right? And since then, we have let other religions in based on our Christian belief of neutrality and liberty freedoms. We have let quite literally oppositions to the Christian faith in, because, okay, so long as you don't come over here and force me to do anything, I won't go over there or come to your house, to your door, to force you into anything. I will voice my concern the same way I will allow you to voice your concern and let your voice also equally be heard, right? That was the origin of the free speech that started the revolution of open democracy and vocal awareness around the world. It was that ideal of allowing people who disagree have a voice, have autonomy of their own voice, and allow that to be heard. And it just seems like everyone, be you left or right, nowadays is just trying to shut up their opposition. It's like, that's not good debating. It is just funny how everyone thinks that they are right. It's like, sure, maybe you are, maybe I'm wrong. But at the same time, the Constitution, the foundation building blocks of what made America great to begin with was the opportunity to allow people to be heard and have their voice recognized. Right? That, again, that freedom of speech and opportunity to speak and to do and be heard was never negligent of the concept that freedom without consequence. Everything has an equal and opposite reaction. By the time America came around, Newton already had that well in the works, and it was already publicized very well. Newton's laws, 1, 2, 3, right? No one's denying that. Everyone's very much recognizing that, right? Equal opposite reactions. There will be consequences for the things you say. We're just not specifically in America. Our beliefs don't allow people to shut you up before you get your words out. After you get your words out, it's fisticuffs and canes straight to your head. I dare you to finish that sentence. I dare. Go ahead. No. Keep going. Keep talking. Finish your sentence. I want to know every syllable. I want to know how many times I have to hit you for each and every syllable coming out your mouth. But you will speak. Go ahead, finish. I forgot what I'm going to say. So I'm just going to hit you for the things you already said. You don't have any more to say. I just want to make sure that I got it right. Because I know it can sound bad, but you could bring it back. See, you did bring it back. I don't want to hit you anymore. And you kept talking, and I want to hit you 5 times as much as I did before. Get over here! Right? America was all about that neutrality and opportunity to be heard so that you can defend yourself and have that autonomy. So that you and your family could also be able to receive that respect and acknowledgement. It was never meant to be free of consequence, because that's just unrealistic. That's a dystopian world as of right now, because it simply doesn't exist. It might be in someone's mind, a perfect world where that does exist. It doesn't exist now. Freedom of consequence has never existed. But because some people are ignorant to that aspect, that is why I would argue, a lot of nations might say they don't necessarily think it's a good idea to allow their populace to have that equal opportunity of freedom of speech. That's why every other nation censors their populace far more than America does. That is why every nation censors their TVs, their movies, more than America. Believe it or not. Everyone everywhere does it more, because for one reason or another, everyone is looking at America, because America had that American dream everyone wanted and everyone believed in around the world. But at the same time, we have to see it be successful somewhere, because if America fails, we're definitely not doing it. We are actually going to make a couple laws in all of our nations, be it Korea, be it Japan, be it Russia, be it Germany, be it Indian, be it Italian, everywhere on the globe. Argentina, Puerto Rico, Brazil, every country, every continent, even the North and South Poles are about to have bans on speech if it fails in America. So of course some people want us to fail. They want us to have our free speech backfire in a way that explodes the nation as a whole. And that's a funny thing, because one way or another, we do have the freedom to bear arms as well. I dare you to try to take it. Right? Because everyone's the Captain Save-A-Woe until consequences come around. Everyone wants to be a Captain Save-A-Woe until they realize everyone, including themselves and the people they tried saving, would have been better off had you. And that's not a society issue. That's a personal problem. It's a personal issue for the American populace, right? So don't try to overly inflate it into being a mankind issue. It's not. It's a personal problem every community, despite whatever their agenda is, has to deal with. But that's just me. Your mailman here today with that intel, and I'll be still here making more videos long after you've already fit in, and probably longer than it takes any one of them gears to turn that way.